Hey guys, finally I decided to film um, where I'm studying, tell you what exactly I'm doing, and just a bit about my life, who I am. I am in the Netherlands, in Friesland if we're being more specific. The town is called Leeuwarden, and I'm here studying already for 3 years in Stenden University. Now it's called NHL Stenden University. I'm running a media and entertainment course, and now I am going straight to the university to show you a bit inside, tell more about my program, what I'm doing here, how I end up here, and all that stuff. Okay, so now I'm in a new kind of part of the building. They just built it this year. I really like this part of the university because it's so modern and nice looking. I mean, the university from the very beginning was kinda nice looking, but this area is definitely. Now I'm just in a random corridor. We have classes all around. We have those kind of walls. Usually you get like the number of the room in your agenda, like where you have your class. Here is another wall. Student, like when we had the instructions going on, students were painting those, and they left some of them. So yeah, here is the new area as well. Okay, here is a coffee machine. I used to drink a lot of coffee from here, though now it's just for employees, so you can't kinda anymore.
What are you doing, Bobby?
Just stealing Stenden coffee.
But yeah, I'll show you how it looks from here because it's really nice. It's new and it just looks amazing. Okay, so here you go. Now we have all of this green area, new huge stairs. It just like looks really nice. We also have here a big table, which, for example, I used sometimes with my group when we needed to brainstorm and stuff like that. They have it here like this kind of paper roll, so you just grab it, take as much as you need, use those magnets to put it on, and then you can just write on it, and it's just nice. Another thing is that every study has their own kind of floor, and I'm studying media and entertainment management. So for us, it's like the third floor. There, all our teachers have their classrooms. So if you need personal meeting with them, you go there, and yeah, you just basically find them. So now we are heading there. Finally, I'm at the part for MEM teachers and MEM students. We have it green. Here we have some cameras because we are still doing a lot of stuff with filming and stuff like that. And I'll just show you around. That's nothing way too special. Our rooms for our teachers. So here you see their names, and you can find by the name in which classroom they work. This area is for leisure students. Usually they are hanging out here, working on their projects and stuff like this. I used to love this room so much because it's just like really nice. And this one is another classroom, and you can basically write on this glass like with special markers and stuff like that. So it's really creative and stuff. So student mobility Study Center is really awesome place because that's the center which provides you with studies. Like on our third year we are doing minors. It means like we are choosing what exactly we want to study, because before that we had like everyone had everything the same. You can choose your subjects and stuff like that. And on the third year you have a possibility to actually choose what you want to study and where you want to study. You can either do it here, or we also have universities in Bali, Thailand, South Africa, and I think somewhere else. Or you can just go to one of the partner universities. We have like around 100 partner universities all over the world, so in America, in Asia, in Europe, of course, and stuff like that. And they help you to choose what exactly you want to study and to deal with all the documents. We have a study landscape, it's called, and basically where you can just sit in front of the computers, work on your stuff, or just like take some books, you know, do some stuff. We also have lockers here. We have a special stand-in card. I think I have it somewhere with me. I found it. So this is basically the stand-in card. You can check in here, and then you'll be given a locker. Like, okay, you'll do it like this. It says like locker 212, and then you go and search for it. 12 here. You press on it. Here it goes. Here you can put all your stuff. And then you lock it again. And when you need to pick it up, you just again come here, scan it, and then here you have two options. So either to open your locker or to like close it so some other people can use it. And then here we have a study landscape. I don't know what there are students. Yeah, there was. This is like study landscape, and I used to study a lot on here, like in here in the second floor, just there. Now it's not that much students because basically now it's evening, like it's 5:30. And another thing is that now it's week 10, so it's either the week for self-study or the week when you can receive your exams, like if you failed something. And now I want to show you where the most stress is going on. First I'll show you our new auditorium. We have the old one, which is like just the basic auditorium, and this one is the new one with this turquoise color, and yeah, it looks more modern and nice. And in this one it's at least not cold, because in the one that is like an original one where we usually have our lectures, it's freezing there. I don't know why they did that, maybe so that we don't fall asleep, but yeah. Okay, now I'm heading to the part where we have all our exams. In order to get there, you can get there from outside, or you can get them through this gorgeous red, I don't know, kind of bridge, because like, this is like a kind of a lobby or something like that, like a waiting area. So usually when we get exams here in the evening, we just come here, sit all together, talk about how stressed we are and stuff like that. Okay, my coffee is ready. Thank you. Danke wel. Alsjeblieft. So yes, here we have our exams right behind this red door. It's obviously closed. I don't know, I hope you can see. There are like tons of tables for one person. Usually on this desk, if like we have exams with Dutch students, there are some labels like red stands for Dutch, green stands for international and stuff like that. Or sometimes we have like different exams going on, so they also put the labels for different exams so you know where you need to sit. I had like a lot of, I don't know, kind of weird, kind of sad stories here in Netherlands, and one of those is actually about that room up there. I came here when I was 17, so when I went to bank to open a bank account, they told me it's impossible because I need to be 18 years old. In October I was turning 18, and that's why I needed to wait like almost 2 months in order to be able to open a bank account. Of course my parents didn't know, as well as I didn't know, and that's why I ended up living in Netherlands with like really tight budget. And I also needed to pay for my rental, and I lived in a student stay, so that's why they have really strict rules, and if you're not paying on the exact date, then every other day you have 25 extra euros additional to the rental you need to pay. And yeah, I went there and I was like, hey, I cannot open the bank account, so I don't have money, so what do I do? And they were like, we don't mind. Okay, that's your problem, you need to deal with that. And that's why I contacted Stanton, asking like, what should I do? Because in order to come here you needed to transfer them certain amount of money, which they will transfer to your new bank, that Dutch bank account, which you need to open after you come here. So you know, that was the problem. I had money, but they were kind of frozen in here. And yeah, I'm really thankful that actually I came here and they asked me what amount of money do you need. So I calculated like how much I'll need for 1 month of just like living here, like, you know, for food and coffee and like stuff like that, like simple stuff, and also like how much I'll need to pay for my rent, because basically I needed to pay for 2 different months. And yeah, so the idea was that hello the idea was that I came here to this office and I stated like how much money do I need to take in advance before they will transfer those into my new bank account. They did that, I got my money, I could pay for my rent, I could pay for my food, but that was a stressing time, because for around 2 weeks I didn't know what exactly I can do. No one knew, because you know, I was just like here new, and the only people I knew were like also first year students with whom I ended up in my first group. So yeah, it was a bit stressing, but like lastly it turned out to be good. I'm happy with that. But studying in university and studying in another country is not always about just fun stuff. It's also about some problems you need to face. That's what I wanted to tell you. Another thing is that, which is I think really weird, and I cannot tell whether I like it or not. I don't know, it just like it feels a bit weird. But yeah, so the thing is that we never have one group. So when I just came here, I had my first ever group, which was called CPL or PBL group, and it's basically the group with which you have practical classes. So those are about cases you read, and then on basis of what you read you come up with the questions, then you research those questions at home, you come to another class which is usually 2 or 3 days after the first one. And in that class you discuss your findings, you discuss what exactly you learned, or maybe you also came up with some extra questions while reading the theory, and that's how you know, you're sharing, and in that case you're learning more. The idea is that every module lasts for around 2.5 months, 9 weeks, and every module you get a new group. So all the time you're with new people. For sometimes you never end up with the same person in a group, or sometimes you never end up with the person in one group. And I don't know, on one hand it's kind of sad, because when you have your first group you kind of make your friends, you know, your first people here, and then when you're in your second or third group, those people are already in some kind of group, so they are not that interested in I don't know, getting someone new, and then it's just weird. But yeah, we have what we have. So since I've been here for like 2.5 years, I had 10 different groups. I ended up in 10 different groups, yeah. Usually in a group we have like around 12 students, Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, it depending on the module and in what kind of groups we are working later on, because within those groups you are also signed into subgroups within which you work on your project. And project is like the module assignment on which you are graded. Like if you're doing it good, you later on will get a good grade in the end, like about the whole module or not. So yeah, stuff like that. Interesting, not interesting, I don't know. I have no clue how it works in other universities because I've never studied in other universities. I know that in Ukraine you have one group, you sign it into that group on your first year, you study with them, usually no one drops out, usually you're just like, if you started with 40 people, you end up with 40 people. This is the learning company, and that's where all the magic is happening.
You can buy Stanley's merchandise at the Learning Company.
Basically, yeah, in Learning Company, we have two modules, usually, like, yeah, mainly you have two modules during your study in Standen. The first one is on the first year, where when you're trying to be a journalist, you're also trying to make the live show and stuff like that. And in the third year, you can choose what you want to do. So either you want to be an editor for a journal, or you want to be a filmmaker and stuff like that. And most of the time you are spending your time there, working on your products. Those include both products for Standen, like for university, as well as for some clients outside Standen. This area is where we have our studio, so there we are actually doing the live show and stuff like that. We are filming, you know, like on the TV. Here is just a painting. I made a picture in front of it, like just for memories. And I don't know whether it's open or not. Yeah, it's closed, obviously, because we have like real cameras there and all kind of cool equipment, so you can feel like you're a filmmaker.
Hi guys, I'm Anastasia, and me and the AV team are taking our Snapchat today.
Hey guys, today I'm heading to the hairdresser, going to get my hair a bit, also color it, and I don't know what I'm going to do yet. We'll talk with the hairdresser and then decide on what we are going to do, but I hope it will be nice looking, because I want to do something new before going to a new country, experiencing new stuff, and I don't know, just like changing hair color and, like, you know, the way your hair looks feels like it's kind of making the whole new page of your life. I don't know why, at least for me, when